Hey guys, this is Patrick from howtowoodburn.com, and today we're going to go over the basics of wood burning. This is something I've been doing for about 10 years after my grandma gave me a wood burner one Christmas, and I've loved doing it ever since. I've made some gifts for family and friends by wood burning some of their favorite memories into pieces of wood. I've also made some little coasters or knickknacks here and there, and then also used the wood burner on leather as well, and have made some cool keychains. This is the one I made for my bike key. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm here to just teach you guys, what I've learned along the way, and hopefully you find some enjoyment out of this too. So let's get started. For wood burning, we're going to need a couple things. We're obviously going to need a piece of wood. This is just a little piece of craft plywood that you can pick up at any hobby store, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, even Amazon probably. We're also going to need a wood burner. This is a walnut hollow introductory wood burner. It's probably 10 to 15 bucks. You can buy it on Amazon. You can also get it at any craft store. Again, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, whatever it might be. But for beginners, this is an awesome wood burner. It comes with a couple different tips, I think 4 tips. And there's one tip that has a rounded end, and I would recommend that for beginners because it has a nice smooth stroke as you're going across the piece of wood. So that's one example of a wood burner. The one that I most recently got was the Coalwood wood burner. It's the Super Pro 2. This is a more advanced wood burner because you can control the temperature. Also comes with a couple different tips and a pen that's a little bit more comfortable to hold. I wouldn't necessarily recommend starting out with this because it's a little bit on the pricier side, but if you end up getting really interested in wood burning, I would highly recommend diving into something like this. To get started, we are going to focus on a couple basic lines and then incorporate those lines into actually wood burning the Mickey Mouse face. So, like I said, we'll start with some lines. So you'll have to pick up your wood burner. One thing to note here is you're going to want to hold the handle, this green handle, and try to not touch the metal tip. This part's going to be really hot, so be very careful there. But let's start with some lines. So just take the wood burner and on the piece of wood, just go right across, and you'll notice that if you're nice and slow and consistent, you can burn a nice little line there. We'll do this a couple times. And what you'll notice, you can mess around with a couple things here. If I go really slow, I'll get a much darker burn. And if I go quick, I'll get a much lighter burn. Also, I can mess with the pressure a little bit. If I press down really hard, I'll get a deep burn. If I press really lightly, I'll get a lighter burn. So start with some lines, even work in some squiggly lines to get that feeling of what it's like to go around a corner, or a curve. Do some loop-de-loops. And the biggest thing about wood burner is being very patient, being very slow, and being very diligent with your stroke. I'd recommend starting off by actually, after you get some lines down, by actually writing out your name. I think that's a great place to start. And you can also do different things, like you can create a box and shade it in. Practice your shading. And shading is just lightly going over the wood. Or I could do another one and make it much darker. This is really the reason why I love this round tip to start, because it goes over the wood so smoothly, and I can then, to make it darker, go over that burning a second time. Just like that. So the more times you pass over, the darker the burn you're going to get. Just like that. So once we get our confidence up on doing various lines, doing squiggly lines, filling in different shapes, and writing out our name, let's actually dive into how do we wood burn an image. So there's a couple ways we could do this. The first is to wood burn the image just freehand. We could also draw with a pencil or a pen on the piece of wood and then wood burn over those pencil marks. Or we could transfer the image onto the wood. And if you aren't really confident in your drawing abilities or you just want to save time, I would highly recommend the third method. And we can do this a couple different ways. The first is using a piece of graphite paper and putting it underneath the image and then tracing over the image to transpose it onto the wood. Or we can kind of make our own makeshift graphite paper, which I like to do, and flip the image over, take a pencil, and then actually just trace or draw on the back of the image and make your own makeshift graphite paper. Okay, once we have that done, we can then place the image on the piece of wood where we would like it. I think right there would be awesome. And we can grab a piece of tape and tape the picture down. This will help us out tremendously, especially if we miss a spot. We can just check to see if we missed a spot when we're tracing over the image. And the image will be in the same spot. So I usually like to use a ballpoint pen because it really helps in transferring that pencil that's on the back side of this image. And I just trace the image, and next thing you know, it'll be on the piece of wood. So let's try it out. Alrighty. So once you have the whole Mickey Mouse face traced onto the piece of paper, we can take that guy off. And then we're gonna stick it somewhere so we can use it for reference. And now we're ready to wood burn. So we have Mickey Mouse transposed onto the piece of wood, and now we just take the wood burner and trace over those pencil marks. So we're gonna take the wood burner, and what I like to do before starting any piece is to have a piece of scrap wood next to me. Ideally, it would be the same type of wood as this. It doesn't really matter, but all I'm trying to do is see how hot the wood burner is and to understand what I'm getting into before wood burning the piece. So the wood burner is hot, we're ready to go, and now I'm gonna wood burn Mickey Mouse onto this piece of wood. So I'm gonna be nice and slow. You also notice me moving the piece of wood as I go. Feel free to do that. It really helps with the different strokes that you're gonna use. And let's just be very consistent. Let's be nice and slow, and let's see what happens. And there you go. You'll notice that the wood burning starts coming to life. And once you have a solid base and you have all the lines outlined, then you're ready to start filling in some of the colors. So with Mickey specifically, his mouth is colored in black, his nose is black, he has his eyes, and also this wrinkle right here is black, and then also his ears on either side are black. So the way we're gonna do that is basically just like coloring in a coloring book. We're gonna use our wood burner and start filling in some of the lines. I'm gonna go from the mouth to the nose, or hit the eyes, and then end with the ears, and we will have Mickey Mouse. Let's give it a shot. And there you have it, folks. That's Mickey Mouse. So again, we went from simple lines, straight lines, messing with how fast we were going, how hard we were pressing, made our way into squiggly lines, made our way into coloring different shapes and boxes, all the way up to transferring the Mickey Mouse image onto the piece of wood and wood burning Mickey Mouse. That right there is the basics of wood burning. If you're looking to become a better wood burner and looking to learn different techniques, subscribe to our channel by hitting the red button below, and continue to follow us at howtowoodburn.com. For now, we're going to end it with Mickey Mouse. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm looking forward to continuing this wood burning journey with you. Until then, thank you very much.